Hello guys, we are from the group 3. So our topic for today is about a JavaScript variables, operators, and data types. So first, let's have here the JavaScript variables. So JavaScript variables are used to hold values expression. So this simply means that they are used to store data like names, numbers, or any information that we need in our program. So kaning variables is nahol ni siya og container nato. Now there are rules of JavaScript variable names. So first we have variable names are case sensitive. Kani siya kay age nga gamay ang nag-una nga A kaysa sa age nga capital letter ang nag-start are totally different. So, very sensitive ni siya ang kaning JavaScript variable. So, next we have that variable names must begin with a letter or an underscore. So, they cannot start with a number and dapat gamay jud siya ang first letter. So, as what I mentioned earlier that variable names are case sensitive. So, bawal nga kanang dako ang first letter. So, dapat siya kay kanang gamay gid ang first letter if you are using a variables. If magkuan ka og variables and bawal sad siya number. So next we have here the variable names cannot have space. So bawal siya ang kanang naay space. If for example you are kanang magamit ka og two words nga variable like first name, mo na imong variable. So ang F nga first letter is gamay siya and then walay space isong pwede nimo ang name. And then ang N sa name is dapat big letter. So why nganong naaman ni siya nga rules? It's because kani siya nga rules is to help the JavaScript read our code correctly. Now, there are three ways in declaring a variable in JavaScript, which is the var, let, and the const. So, kaning var this is the old way of declaring variables. So, kani siya kay, it is a function scope, meaning ang value niya available within the sa sulod sa block. And pwede na siya i-declared, but dili kayo siya safe, so dili kayo siya usually ginagamit sa JavaScript. Now, second, we have here the let. This is the modern way of declaring a variable. So, kani siya kay, it is a block scope sa siya. So, meaning if it is only valid if naa siya sulod sa block where it is written. And then, kung siya kanang, pwede siya i-update, but dili siya pwede i-declared in the same block. So, they are totally different in the var. So, kay ang var kay pwede man siya pwede man siya i-redeclared. So, next we have here the const. So, this stands for constant. So, once nga matagaan na siya, so kaning const kay is once nga matagaan na siya value, di na siya pwede mausap. So, kung unsa na imong gihatag nga value, mo na gid na. Ang const nga way of declaring sa variable. Like example, ang var name equals Melka, and then kaning let age equals 20. So, ang cost pi equals 3.14. So, ang kaning let, ang const pi kay dili man gid na siya pwede na to mausap. So, kani siya, this shows that how each keyword is used. So, var stores a name. So, ang let stores a changing value like age. Pwede man nato mausap ang age. And then ang const stores a fixed value like pi. So, unsa may mahitabo if you change const? Unsa may mahitabo if ato ang usbon ang const? So, mag-error siya. So, now let's proceed to the next page.
Everyone, so I am here to discuss about what is JavaScript operators. So JavaScript operators are symbols used to perform actions on variable values. So the operators are symbols used to perform actions on variables and values. The assignment operator anang used to assign values. And then naay mga assign din same anang equals. Si equals ang name niya sa JavaScript operators ang equals siya man si basic assignment. Ang si plus o equals add and assign siya. And then si minus ug equals niya is ang name ana niya subtract and assign. Mo nang ilahang mga ilahang mga name, ilang mga value. Basta gato na sa JavaScript operators.
So ang kinit is first is string operators plus operator is used to combine. So ang string operators kay kuan gigamit para i-combine ang text gani. Example sa kuan. Upangan kinit na is word na kinit is word, so kanang duha magkuha na sila kuha sila into one string gani ito kanang mahimong full name ba. So mo nang kuha string operator. So sunod kay kuha ternary operators, short form of an FL. So ang ternary operators like kuha short form sa FL. So siya ang mo-check o condition kung siya ang mo-check o condition o tinuod ang condition muhatag siya og usa ka value. If dili gyud tinuod ang condition, lain nga value ang iyang ibalik. Arithmetic operators are used to perform variables add or values. So ang arithmetic operators kay kuan like may mag-compute sa mga numbers nani like addition, minus, multiplication, division, tapos na increment. So, example, addition. 5 plus 2 equals 7. So, ang 5 added to 7 ang answer. So, ang minus kay 1. Palitan 7 na diba na muna, andito sa 1. Dibaw na mo sa multiplication, division, subtraction. Yeah. Ano is increment? So, ang increment kay ada lang mo usa. Like panalitan 5 to mag-add 1 so 6 na. Ano niya ang decrement kay imong magasan panalitan 5 pod. Ano sa mo 1 4 ba? So, na ang arithmetic operators pag-compute sa
Comparison operators are used to compare two values. We have comparison operators. So we have equal to, then not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, then less than or equal to. Mauto ang mga comparison operators. Logical and comparison operators. So what is the difference between comparison and logical? Comparison operators are used to compare two values. Din sa logical, operators are used to combine two or more conditions. So sa logical na atay operator nga and or and not. So sa and kay both things must be correct. Then sa or, at least one thing must be correct. Ngayon sa not, make it the opposite. Sa and, butan ta, natay operation 1 and operation 2. So butan ta ang condition dito is true sa operation 1, then sa operation 2 kay yung condition po niya kay true. So which mean kuan man siya, both thing must be correct. So true man sila duha, ang will be result is true. Then kung naagi mo kuan gani mo kanang for example operation 1 and operation 2 is naagi false ana nila usa bisag usa kay mo false na siya tanan. Then sa or is kanang at least one thing must be correct. So butang ta operation 1 true, operation 2 is false. So naa may usa ka correct true. So ang result na niya kay is true. Bisag bali-balihon pa na nimo, ang result ra gyud na is true. And then sa not, so ang not make it the opposite man. So butang ta kay kuan true. So ang resulta na is false. So kung false ang operation niya, true ang resulta na niya. Bali opposite ba? Opposite.
JavaScript data type. The data type in JavaScript describe the kind of data stored inside a variable. So sa JavaScript, dili required nga mag-declare ka og data type. So while in Java, mag-required ka nga mag-declare og data type. So sa JavaScript nga data type, may buuan ra nimo unsa nga kind sa data type ang ihang consult sa unsa ang value sud sa iyang variable. So for example is let count is equals to 100. So iyang value is 100. So nahibuan nimo nga numbers ang iyang kind sa iyang data type. Naay duha ka type sa data type which is ang primitive and non-primitive data type. So primitive data type, the first one is numbers are values that can be processed and calculated either positive or negative. So ang kind sa data type sud sa iyang variable is numbers. So for example is let count is equals to 42. So 42 is a positive numbers. So numbers yung kinds. Then sa kung adto ka sa kuan ang mag-declare magkag variable ko sa Java. So, kung sa Java ang numbers is int ang ihang i-declare. So while in JavaScript dili ka need mag-declare, may buuan nimo sa value sa sud sa iyang variable. The second one is string. So ang string are a series of letters and numbers enclosed in quotation marks. So naay tulo ka quotation marks sa string which is in double quotation, single quotation and backstick. So sa string is may buuan nimo kung ihang value sa iyang variable is words, phrase and sentence. So naay double quotation ang iyang double quotation. Double quotation, ang katong i-value sa iyang variable is need isod og double quotation, either double quotation, single quotation, or backstick. So the third one is undefined. Nag-declare but not assigned value. So nag-declare ka og variable pero wa ka nag-assign og unsa ang value sa imong variable. Such as let, cut. So wa ka nag-declare kung unsa ang value nimo. Kanang mo nang undefined. So the fourth one is big int, used for extremely large numbers. So ang big int is kanang numbers iya pero dako ki nga value ang naa sa sud sa imong variable. So ang kalainan sa numbers so big int, ang big int is dako og numbers, daghan nga numbers ang sulod niya. Then ang symbols used to create unique identifiers. So ang symbols is mag-create ka og imong unique identifiers.
So Boolean lets you evaluate whether condition meets or not or does not meet specific criteria. So Boolean is a data type that can only have two values, which are the true and false. It is used if you want to check a condition. So I have here the example. I have a code example. So let student is equals to true, semicolon, and let s log n is equals to false. So console.log and parenthesis 10 is greater than 5 close parenthesis semicolon. So the answer here is true because it meets the condition. The correct answer is true. So console.log open parenthesis 3 is equal to 7 and close parenthesis semicolon. So 3 is not equal to 7. So the condition is met. So the answer is false. Mana siya ang Boolean. So second is we have the now. is an empty value. Null is not the same as 0 as a real calculable number, whereas null is the absence of any value. So ang giingon daw is null and 0 is not the same. It is the same because null is wala gid say wala yung value, but the 0 is having value. So null means nothing or no value in the sense that a variable intentionally has no value yet. So I have here the example. Let username is equals to null. So 0 is a number, so null is means no value. So it is the same. So we have the object. So we already know naman about the object since we have the Java. So in JavaScript, object is a key pair stores permission pairs key value. So I have there the example of the object. Kita nyo dara. Then ano siya, you can identify naman because you already know about the object. So array stores multiple values in one variable. So we already know this naman pag start pa lang sa I think C and Java about the array. So we have let fruits is equals to basis pa din apple, banana, orange. So sa inyong bantayan is let in the other programming language which are the C, Java, and we only use the what are the data types, like for example and we use if we use numbers we have to use and if we use the word we have to use string. If we use the decimal numbers that are half decimal we use float, and other that we use the double decimal we use double. Nana. But in JavaScript is it is easier to use the JavaScript because if you only use let, then it only ma-identify niya kung unsa ang value imong ibutang. So for example let n let 5 ba na or unsang numbers. So tibaw na siya nga unsa na siya nga data type na magigamit. So that is 10. So ang ibutang diri sa array is fruits. So the JavaScript is naka-read na siya nga ang imong ibutang is string. Muna siya. So function, muna siya ang function. This is from the JavaScript, and we already have known naman sa function sa Java. So muna siya ang example. So makakita ra mo dara and kung unsa iyang code, pareha siya process, the same process, but the code is different because we are using JavaScript. So and that's all.